Are you okay, Dickie?
Yeah, I'm all right. Last week, 2 weeks ago, I experienced a full-body telepathic link with a Phi living on their home planet, where I was given a tour of a Phi city. And last week, without the aid of a Phi intermediary, I hitched a ride onto the consciousness of a member of a team involved in the abduction and examination of a human being. The experience for me was horrific. I'll never forget the expression of terror on that poor man's face. I waited for the Phi's weekly visit for some explanation of why I became witness to their atrocity. They never showed. The Phi skipped their weekly visitation. This week, they returned, as calm and as orderly as usual. Phi A, B, and C walk into my house, and they sat on my couch. Their physical presence conveyed a deep calmness, but the information they relayed to me was far from calm. In fact, the Phi were as close to panic as I could imagine that species being capable of being.
Panic?
Yes, the Phi were deeply concerned about my telepathic link to one of their examination team members. It seems that it wasn't supposed to happen, and they don't know why it happened. For the Phi, this was a huge problem. I was an experiment, a guinea pig of sorts. They had never attempted a full-body telepathic connection before. I was the first one.
You were the first one?
Someone always has to be the first one. Out of perhaps millions of intelligent species they've ever studied throughout all time, they've wandered through the universe, it was me. I won that lottery. And what they did was very difficult. It had never been done before, but something went wrong. And the crux of the problem is that the Phi consciousness is universal. Each Phi is, at some level, in contact with every other Phi in the universe. My access to that total consciousness was supposed to be controlled, limited to sensory experiences, shielded from the whole. What has happened is that the total content of my mind, conscious and subconscious, all my cynicism, all my... Well, I know what I am. I'm not blind to my nature. All of what I am has bled over into the Phi collective. I've become, in essence, a member of the Phi clan, albeit an unwanted member. They now have access to everything I think and feel, whether they like it or not.
Doesn't that mean that you also have access to everything they know about?
I'm afraid it doesn't work that way. It's like when you buy a new computer loaded with updated programs. You can download your old data to the new computer, but the old computer doesn't have the capacity to handle the data generated from the newer software. My mind couldn't begin to handle the knowledge buzzing around inside those skulls of theirs.
So what's the problem?
I'm not Phi. I don't think like a Phi. I don't hold the same values, the same beliefs. The content of my mind is like a virus to them. Everything I am is being integrated within the Phi collective, and they don't want it.
Can't they just sever the connection with you somehow?
They can't. It's already been established. The only way to really sever my connection with them is for me to die.
Shit.
Nothing to worry about. Wouldn't help them anyway. And everything in my head has already been downloaded. That part of me will live on as long as a single Phi remains alive. And right now, all Phi activity has stopped. Everywhere in the universe where there are Phi, everything has stopped as they consider what they're going to do.
I'm not getting all of this.
For as long as the Phi have existed, they have shared their minds, and there have always only been Phi minds. There's never been any dissonance between them, no doubts about their intentions or direction. Now there is me. I'm afraid for them. I'm a bit afraid.